Hey guys, how we doing today? Um, Test went, your quiz went real well. I'll get those finalized and put in the grade book. That'll probably take place of that quiz we did in class on that Friday. Um, and truth be told, I mean, some of you may have forgot something and looked, and that's okay. It served its purpose. 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 20 points is what it'd be worth. Each question basically 5 points. There were some minor hiccups here and there. And those of you that got started real early, I apologize for the issues that it had. But luckily, minus the one person that emailed me at 2:30 in the morning, I didn't quite get that one until the morning. But I did get one fairly early and got it fixed before it caused too much issues. Um, what I want to do today is go over the 12 questions real quickly. I'll go over those and then talk about what we're going to end up doing tomorrow. Oh, and then let me hit pause real quick. Sorry about that. I wasn't ready. I didn't have my stuff open, and I didn't figure you want to see me open it. Where'd it go? There it is. Let's go up here and let's move those things. You go over here. Okay. What interval is it decreasing? So this is a parabola. Y equals 3x squared minus 6x plus 4 decreasing. So where is it decreasing? You guys need to recognize it's a parabola. It opens up. So if it's a parabola that opens up, it's decreasing from, remember now, it's not y values. It's never y values. It's always x values. It's decreasing from negative infinity until it gets down to this vertex right here. So your job is to find that vertex. And so we'll just go negative b over 2a, 1. And that's all I need. I don't even need the y value, so I don't even need to plug and chug. So it's decreasing from negative infinity to 1. All right, that looked pretty easy there. Number 2. Bear with me as I go over to number 2. What is the range? Y equals negative x cubed plus 3x squared minus 2x plus 5. What is the range? Well, man, this is a range. This is a cubic function. It's going downhill. So it's going downhill. It's doing all kinds of stuff right here and here, but it ends up there and there. What's the range? Range is going from negative infinity to infinity. You don't need to graph it. You don't need to know anything about it. You just need a picture in your head what that thing looks like. That's a x cubed. Cubes go opposite directions. They're either going uphill or they're going downhill. And because this thing's a negative, it's going downhill. So it looks like a linear function. Again, it's going to do something else, but that's all I care about, the range. All right, number 3. That's a pretty easy question. Man, what is the domain for y equals log base 6 x minus 4? All right, this one you probably had to look up your stuff. This is remember, you cannot take the log of a negative. Not only can you not take the log of a negative, you cannot take the log of 0. And so what's inside of here has to be greater than 0. It can't be equal to 0. It can't be great. It can't be equal to 0. It has to be greater. It can't be negative. Okay. And so that's what I would kind of do is I'll just say x minus 4 has to be greater than 0. So x must be greater than 4. And so we'll just go from 4 to infinity. And that's what I would do for that one. Now, you guys probably wouldn't. Let's think about what the graph is. Log, right? Logs. They do that. Okay. They're kind of the opposite of exponentials. They're the, what do you call it? The inverse of exponentials. And this graph gets moved to the right 4 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's my asymptote because it can't touch 4. Because if it's 4, then I'm taking the log of 0. We can't take the log of 0. So that's what this graph looks like. And it's going to go from 4 to infinity. And that cannot be a bracket. Okay. Go back up here real quick. That one should not be a bracket either. We decided right at that point, it's neither decreasing or increasing. Number 4. That one, number 3 probably took you a little bit. 4. What is the range? Y equals negative 2x squared minus 6x plus 3. All right, what is the range? All right, range of the y values. So the range, this is a graph that opens down, okay? It opens down. So the range is going to go from negative infinity, it's always the smallest number, to the largest number. So it's going from negative infinity, and it's got to stop right here, and that's the y value. And that y value is the vertex. So we got to go negative b over 2a. Oh, this was not pretty. I'm sorry about that. That's going to be negative 4, which is 3 halves. Now you got to plug 3 halves in there. Oh, 3 halves is 9 fourths. 9 fourths times 2 is 9 halves, and that's negative. Negative 9 halves minus 2 goes into 6, 3 times 9 plus 3. And so this is 18 halves, and this is 6 halves. So 9 minus 18 is negative 27 plus 1. I'm going to go negative 21 halves. I think. Negative 21 halves. Negative infinity to negative 21 halves. This is the only time we'll ever use a y value is on the range. You'll never use the y value other than that. And truth be told, the y value is not that, the range is not that important to us. A little bit, not much. Number 5, where is it increasing? All right, 5. Y equals 2 times 3 to the x minus 1 minus 1. All right, where is it increasing? Well, this is an exponential growth. All right, exponential growth. And exponential growths look like this. Now, this one's moved down 1 unit. It's also moving up fast. It's also moved to the right 1 unit. But they're just asking for where it's increasing. So it's increasing from negative infinity to infinity. That one increases the entire time. If you looked on your notes that I also added to that, it gives you a little cheat sheet on those things. Okay. Number 6, the domain. 6, domain of y equals x to the 5th plus x squared minus 4. What is the domain of that? Well, that's a 5th root polynomial. Domain goes from negative infinity to infinity. Most every function domains go from negative infinity to infinity. There are 2 issues. One is 3 issues. One is roots. Whenever you take roots, even roots, because inside of here can't be negative. When you do logs, because what's inside of here can't be negative or 0. This one could be 0. And then rational functions, where you have a x in the denominator. Just the domains. It's everything that x can be. And x can be everything in the world until we have these 3 functions. 7. Where is it increasing? Y equals negative 4x squared plus 8x plus 2. Where is it increasing? All right, think to yourself. This is a parabola. Parabola opens down. So it does this, right? It's increasing. Increasing, stops increasing. And I got to figure out what that value is. So it's increasing from negative infinity to negative b over 2a, negative 8 over negative 8 till 1. That's where it's increasing. These are x values. The biggest issue you'll see with students is putting y values right there, because you'll look at it increasing from here to here. That's the range. It increase. We read from left to right. So it's going uphill, uphill, stops, downhill, downhill. Okay. Number 8. What is the domain of this one? All right, we've done one already just like this. Log 3, x plus 3. Remember the domain? everything that x can't be or everything that x can be. X can't be 0 and it can't be negative. So x plus 3 must be greater than 0. So x must be greater than negative 3. This graph looks like the previous one, except it gets moved to the left 3 units. And so the domain will go from negative 3. I used to make really good infinity symbols. And it can't be negative 3. So we can't use the bracket. I haven't used a bracket on any of these yet. If it's a root, I could use a bracket. Number 9. I hope this didn't take y'all a real long time to do it. What is the range? All right, y equals x squared plus 2x plus 1. What is the range? All right, y values. Y values. So y values, I'm wanting to look at. This is a parabola that opens up. Okay, so the range is going to go from that bottom vertex. Again, we're looking for the y value because it's the range. Only time we're going to put y values. So we'll go negative b over 2a, negative 1. So negative 1 is the vertex or the axis of symmetry. Remember that? Okay, axis of symmetry. I just got to figure out where it is. So we'll plug and chug. Negative 1 squared is 1. Negative 1 is negative 2. That'd be positive 1. That's 0. So negative 1, 0. There it is. Right there, just like that. Because that factors into x plus 1, x plus 1. All right. So the range goes from 0 to infinity. 0 to infinity. Number 10. Where is this thing increasing? This is y equals negative 2 to the x plus 1 plus 3. Oh, increasing. What? So that's what it should look like if that was positive 2 to the x. It looks like this. I don't think this one increases. It doesn't increase. It decreases the entire time. This graph, I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. This is what 2 to the x would look like. Negative 2 is going to flip it over the x-axis. Yeah. Thought maybe it flipped over the y, but that doesn't do that. That's a exponential decays, which would be 1/2. So it flips over that. We're good. Again, y negative. Boom. So it doesn't decrease or increase. I'm sorry. All it does is decrease. Is that what that one? Yeah. All right. Domain. Number 11. Domain y equals 2x over x squared minus 1. Rational functions. Now, guys, your exams are done. I got to put them in. I think I got 2 of y'all that have to figure out what I'm going to do to make it up. But the domain, this right here is where I have issues with. That cannot be 0. If 0's in the denominator, it messes up. I don't care if it cancels or not. It's a whole then. So no matter what, this denominator can't be 0. What makes that 0? X squared minus 1 equals 0. Well, when x squared equals 1, or x equals the positive negative 1, when you take the square root of it. Or if you want to factor that, right? X plus 1, x minus 1. Okay, either way. So x cannot be that. So we're going to go from negative infinity to negative 1, union, negative 1 to 1, union, 1 to infinity. Whoop, that's covering me up. Okay. What we used to say is it goes from negative infinity to infinity. X cannot be negative 1 or 1. But I don't know anybody that does that. This is the proper mathematical way to write it. And so I've gotten away from this. I don't think I even showed you guys this. This right here is what it needs to be. Okay. Don't forget about that middle piece now. Okay. Because it can go from -1 to 1. X can be 0. It's okay to X be 0. If X is 0, this thing's 0. One more. Oh, no, two more. I'm sorry. Range. Oh, yeah. I had Maria asked me about this one. 12. Can't believe nobody else did. -x to the 4th plus 8x. What is the range? Well, guys, I'm going to tell you right now. This is in behavior. It's going down and it's going down. Oh, sorry, guys. Dang it. That's twice I've done that. All right. It's going down. It's going down. At some point up here, this thing's going to turn. And it might turn again. I don't know. But whatever it is, the range is going to go from -infinity to this maximum value. And I defy any one of you guys to find that maximum value. You cannot find that maximum value. There's no way for you to find that maximum value. In 2 years, when you take that class that's across the hallway from me, you can find that maximum value. Right now, there's no way to find this maximum value. No idea. I hope that's what you guys put. If you used your calculator to find it, you're cheating because you're not supposed to use your calculator. It said no calculator. It said no calculator. Now, it factors. We can find the zeros. We can do all kinds of everything else, but the range, can't find. Domain, -infinity, infinity. I can find that real easy. Range, can't do it. I can get half of it, but this value right here, there's no way for you to find that. There's no way to know what that value is. Tricky trick. Gotcha. I got some of you, guarantee it on that. 13. Domain, y equals x to the 4th minus x to the squared plus 6. This is the parabola. It opens up. It's a polynomial. All polynomials, the domain goes from -infinity to infinity. X can be anything in the world. What do you think? This is our plan. I'm going to give you a review. Okay. This review, well, I don't know where it is. I don't know where it went. Go away. Piot review. Sorry about this, guys. Here it is. In the Piot review that I'm going to post for you guys, solve the following equation without any calculator. Okay, solve it. Solve it. Now, I'm not going to give you these answers. All right, I'm not going to give them to you. I want you guys to work them out. I want you to be able to solve these. Should not use a calculator. Why is my face not there again? It's there. Do I need a? There it is. I guess I can't maximize that. When I maximize it, it goes away. Just do it this way. I want you guys to see my beautiful face. I gave myself a haircut. I didn't touch the top, but I had clippers and I just up the sides and the back. Got tired of it. Anyway, first time I've combed my hair in I don't know how long. Solve these without a calculator. Okay, solve. All right. There's a bunch of them. There's 16 of those. Okay. I want to see those. I want to see them good. I'm going to spot check some of those things, guys. I'm going to spot check some of them. You're not going to get full credit on this one if it's not right. I'm going to expect you guys got resources. You guys can check them. I want to see the work. I want to see your work. Okay. I'll go through and each person, I'll randomly pick 2 or 3 of them, and I want to see what's going on there. And if I can't follow it, I'm not going to give you full marks. Okay. I know I've had to change my thinking a little bit, but you guys got all the resources you can get. And yes, you can contact me. If you got questions, I don't mind it working it for you. But I'm going to randomly choose a couple. All right. Graph the following without a calculator. Now, guys, I don't expect these to be close. This is a parabola. I expect to see the vertex, 2 points, 3 points, 3 points max. Okay. This one's a square root. Again, 3 points. This one's exponential. Probably 2 points, maybe 3. I think you can get 3 out of it. This one's a polynomial. I better see the intercepts. Turns and things like that. Again, I'm not too worried about those. All right, here's the logarithmic. Again, I should see an asymptotes. Cubics. Here's a rational. I should see asymptotes. And then here's some more questions. What is the range? What's it increasing? The domain. Okay, guys? 28 of these questions. I'm going to make these due on Tuesday. Now, don't wait till Monday night to do it. There's 28 questions. That's quite a few, right? That's a whole lot more than I typically ask questions about. So you got 28 questions. I'm going to give you Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 5 days. So if you do 5 questions a day, if you don't want to work this weekend, you got to up it up to about 7 questions a day. And that's fine, however you want to do it. But don't wait till that night, okay? You know there could be issues with uploading stuff. There can be issues with you trying to find the answer and contacting me. Don't wait till that night to do them all, guys. And don't do them all the first day. I don't want you to wear yourself out. But now, if you don't have anything else to do, just knock those out. All right? 28 questions. Due Tuesday morning, 8 o'clock, no exceptions. I'll make office hours on Friday. It will just be for you. All right. I've had, I just kind of laid them up there and I put all my stats classes up there plus you. I'll make office hours just for you guys. All right. I think we'll probably go from, let's go from 10 to 11:30. I'll do 10 to 11:30 for you guys. I'll put it on the calendar and I'll put it on the front page. Okay. I hope everything's going all right for you guys. I got to go up to school today and clean up my classroom, and it stunk going up there without any of you guys. The janitors are cleaned up everything. They're bored. They even said they miss you guys. If you can believe that. What does that say when the janitors say they miss you guys? Man, how good do we have it? There was some admin there, and then so we got an hour to finish up the room so that they can get ready to do their summer cleanups that they do. They're painting a lot of the rooms in the south building and all that stuff. You don't care. So let me know if you have any questions about this stuff. After we get done with this, we're going to take a little quiz on it. We'll probably do it about the same way. Again, it's not going to be worth a whole lot of points. It's just going to be something we want to do to get you going. We're going to start another chapter, start another unit. And it's just, I don't want to say it's not easy, but it's not hard. It's something interesting. It's not really algebra stuff. It's kind of it's just some neat stuff we got going on. Man, keep doing what you're doing, guys. Keep contacting me. Keep sending me an email every once in a while. I'm going to keep contacting you if I don't hear from you back. I got some stuff I need to grade and get caught up and things, but just keep doing what you're doing, guys, and make it through. Miss y'all like crazy. Stop.